sports live. The ice is set, turn the pressure up, put the puck in the net. This is the pack, running the game. Pack Sports Network, remember the name. From the first puck drop to the final frame. The Blue Dogs bite, we set the ice aflame. Yeah, we're running the game.
Live from the broadcast booth, welcome in hockey fans of the Puck Sports Network. I am your host, Papa Forge, breaking down a massive match night here for the boys as they get ready to skate here. Hey, if you're just rolling into the chat, drop your score predictions right now. Let me know who you've got tonight because we have a heavy, hard-nosed tilt in our hands. Blues Brothers are in town, and we know the history with this team. We know they want to come into our building, clog up the neutral zone, slow the pace down, and mess up our transition game. But the message from the front office to the locker room before the keys even turned tonight was simple, direct, and non-negotiable. We need to own the ice, and we need to dictate the game. We're not playing their style of hockey tonight. We're running 5 deep. We're finishing our checks along the boards, and we're forcing them to play on our terms for the opening faceoff. And the warm-ups were officially over. Ice is fresh, and the starting lineups are ready to go. Let's get this game going. Looks like the Blues Brothers do have the puck here in the defensive zone. Sudbury's moving into the offensive zone here. Center's got it, moving it over to the left winger. Left winger shot, and it is stopped by the Sudbury the Blues Brothers goaltender. Excuse me, folks. Your starting lineup for tonight between the pipes. You've got World War Me. He's the starting nod for net tonight. Front office directive for him is the puck tracking. Protect the short side, talk to your defense on dump-ins, and clear out the danger. Your left defenseman, your blue line anchor, you're going to have Team Dad, known as Dante. The ultimate stay-at-home presence. We're going to need him clogging up the cross-crease passing lanes, matching their wingers on the entry and keeping our zone entirely clean. And right defenseman, you got Warlord skating on the defense tonight, also known as the Enforcer. We know his history. He led the entire franchise with 12 heavy hits in our last game, just in Game 3 alone. Tonight, job is simple, and that's going to put one up here for the Blues Brothers here, making it 1-0 just off of a nice move here around the zone. There's one thing that Sudbury's going to have to focus on here is not letting that zone get clogged up here. And in center tonight, we've got the pivot, also known as Winter here, manning the center dot. He's going to be the technical engine for the transition game tonight, winning the draws, track back hard on the back check, and distribute that puck smoothly. Left wing, per usual, we got Newport Shorts here, locking it up with the high energy, aggressive forechecking. We're going to need them to pin their defense deep and force the turnovers behind their net here. A shot for Sudbury, and their goaltender was ready to go here. On the right wing, you've got the Muffin Man flying down that right wall. Pure offensive instinct, finding the open ice, getting into high danger scoring lanes, and unleashing that lethal shot to try and get that behind that Blues Brothers goaltender. Folks, I appreciate you tuning in again. This is the Pack Sports Network, home of your Sudbury Bluedogs. Again, if you're just dropping in, I am Papa Forge here. We are moving into the offensive zone. Newport's moving in on the left side, and it's going to go just wide. The goaltender for the Blues Brothers is just going to get just a pat on that on the outside, stopping that. Blues Brothers are moving it into the offensive zone. Sudbury's getting it lined up here, and Dante's going to stuff that up, not let them have it. Sudbury moving it up the left winger. We got a 1-on-2 action. Numbers are forming. That's going to be picked up by the center from Sudbury as he's going to grab that puck, but Newport's going to be there ready for it. Newport's got that puck, moving it up and over on the left side, and it was just going to be picked up by defense. Dante looking to move it back, poking that stick, poking that other stick, and that is going to be stopped with 8:15 left to go in the first period by Johnny Three Saves, your goaltender tonight. And that posted out here as the puck's dropped, moving up and over here from right winger to center. Center's just trying to get that puck. Still keeps it up and moving over there. A wild shot just outside of it. It's going to move up into Dante's glove. Bound down on his stick here. Blues Brothers are moving into their offensive zone, looking to grab that puck, and it is going to be snuffed up by John. 8-3 saves from your Sudbury Bluedogs. 6:24 left to go. Shots on goal are even at 4 apiece. Blues Brothers are up 1-0 on the Sudbury Bluedogs, but the Bluedogs know how to recollect and gather up on this. They're going to have to stop them from coming in the middle. Making errors like that on the Blues Brothers side is going to be huge for Sudbury. They're going to have to play smart, play efficient here as the Blues Brothers are moving that into the offensive zone and just stuffed up right on the middle. That's what we're looking for. Sudbury pokes it. He's just offsides. Not going to be able to do that there, buddy. 4:32 left to go in the first period. Folks, again, thanks for dropping in. We are in the middle of one of our summer series here for the ITHL. You got your Sudbury Bluedogs in blue and white, and your Blues Brothers wearing the blue and yellow here. Sudbury's in the defensive zone. They're trying to work something in center, but Sudbury's going to stuff that up, moving to the right winger to left winger. Newport Shorts is moving it up, 1-on-2 action. Oh, and he almost had a beautiful shot, but they're moving it up around that zone. Just stuffed up by a defenseman here, and it looks like they're moving into the defensive zone, moving up and over, and that's going to put one up on net here for the Blues Brothers, making it a 2-0 game. Nothing too bad, though. Sudbury definitely can come back from that here. Puck dropped here with 2 minutes left to go here in the first period. Blues Brothers moving it into their offensive zone. Sudbury trying to grab that puck here. They're going to have to be a little more focused on these forechecks here, playing a little more disciplined as they're reading every single move and working into it. As you do know, there is some history here between Sudbury and the Blues Brothers. Sudbury's first season was 2 seasons ago here, and the Blues Brothers have been in the same division as them for both seasons, starting off with the rookie division, and the second season going with the core division, and that's going to be stuffed up with 1.2 seconds left to go here in the first period, folks. Gotta have just enough time here for a puck drop here. 1.2 seconds left to go here, and drop down, and that's going to do it for the first period. After one, your Blues Brothers 2, your Sudbury Bluedogs 0. Folks, do not go anywhere. We're going to take a short intermission, and we will be right back. So if you need to go use the bathroom, take a break, grab a snack, grab a drink, now is going to be the time to do it. And we will be right back after this short intermission. Stay tuned.
Slides it diagonally to Fleener. Well, hop in the car, Uncle Frank. It's 20 minutes of free.
I mean, I'm not sure how he got there in time from the strong side to the weak side post, but he did.
The captain delivers.
Possession time, James, and as a result, they haven't created any offense. Their opponent has
Scores! And 3 is the magic number. There's the hat trick.
and I think there's going to have to be an extra stoppage in play here as they collect all of the pads on the ice at home. The ability to get the puck to net, driving the pace of play, and just having really great habits, consistent effort right through the game.
Scores! Make it 3 in a row, and they're high now.
Well, they certainly are.
One with the goaltender.
And welcome back for the drop of the puck at the start of the second period here from the Pack Sports Network. Papa Forge here with you. Looks like Sudbury made some rearrangements here as they're getting ready to move it up and out of their zone. Sudbury moving into the offensive zone. Newport Shorts is moving it up and over on the side. That's going to be stuffed up by the Blues Brothers, but he's going to pick it back up. He's going to go for a shot, and that's going to just go off that post. That's the ping heard around the world. The post giveth and the post taketh away. And man, those posts do love to take it away. Sudbury trying to cover up that puck, and it's going to be frozen here at 17 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the second period. Folks, with a whistle here, just a few minutes left in the previous period. I was going to bring something up, but a little too much action here. We're going to get a flashback to the last series here against the Boats, talk about the physical identity we're trying to establish here in tonight's game. Game 1 of that series, even though the scoreboard did slip away from the Sudbury Bluedogs, we completely dominated the physical pacing, out-hitting them 30-13, with Dark Warlord laying down 8 massive hits on them. We carried that exact grit right into Game 2 with a beautiful 5-4 bounce-back win under heavy physical force. That's the standard of hockey that the front office wants to see out on that ice right now. Remember the identity for these boys. Own the ice, dictate the game. Let's see if our boys can channel that exact same physical energy on this next shift right here. Chat, how are we feeling about our defensive gaps right now? Is there anything you'd like to see different from these boys, or do you think they're looking pretty good right about now? As the puck drops here, 13:50 seconds left to go in the second period. Going to tie up that puck. It's going to be picked up by the left winger. Right winger's going to pick it up, but he's going to be stuffed up. Brotherz pick up that puck, but a massive hit from the Sudbury left winger. Left winger moving it up and around, going up and over. Oh, the right defenseman almost had that. It just went off of a skate. We're going to call them stakes from now on. Screw it. As the Brotherz moving into the offensive zone, trying to work something up that middle. That's going to be one thing they're going to have to make sure that these boys cannot have, is moving it up in the middle, because that is going to be killer for these boys. Got to stop those high intensity shots from those boys. Moving it up to the left winger, and it's just offsides here. Looks like a little bit of extracurriculars. Nothing's going to be gained from it, though, probably. Yep, nothing's going to be gained from it. We are going to reset, reevaluate, and we're going to drop the puck here with 10:24 left to go here in the second period. Ataz is dropping that puck. Brotherz are going to win that off of him, but it's going to be stopped just to cause a little bit of a breakage in their passing. They're moving it in down here on the center, over on the right side here, trying to take a shot, but they're stuffed up. Brotherz don't get that puck. Sudbury's picking up that puck, moving into the offensive zone from the left winger, and it's going to go out. Oh, what a shot by Ataz here. Not going to be able to get that into the back of the net, though, but those are going to be what the front office is looking for. Those high-intensity passes, shots, the ability to keep your eye on it. Sudbury's goaltender's trying to cover that puck. We're all trying to look for it here, and he's going to cover that up and freeze the puck with 7:37 left to go in the second period. Puck drop here. Brotherz are going to win it back here. About 7:30 left to go in the second period. Moving it up and over. And a one-timer for the Brotherz. And that's going to make it a 3-0 game for the Brotherz. I've definitely seen weird things happen. I'm not counting Sudbury out. Definitely not until that final whistle blows. But that being said, Sudbury is going to have to step up, and they're going to have to start making some things happen. This Brotherz goaltender is just locked in, standing on his head tonight. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty on the Sudbury Bluedogs, so they're going to go up on a 2-minute penalty kill for interference on the left winger. Newport shorts here. Folks, let's get rowdy for this Sudbury penalty kill. Sudbury's main goal is just going to be stuff up that center, move that puck on the outside, and get it out of the zone just like that. That was textbook. That is going to kill some time here. Keep the pressure on these boys, but make sure we're not making stupid moves just to cause any issues here. You're already down a player. You don't want to be down 2 or 3. And Sudbury's goaltender slipped right underneath him, but he was able to push that outside. Sudbury recollects that puck, and they dump that far out of the zone here. It looks like they're moving it back up. 30 seconds left to go on the penalty kill for your Sudbury Bluedogs. And that's just going to go outside, and they're going to try and get that out of the zone, but it's just not able as he gets stuffed up. And that's going to do it for your Sudbury penalty kill, as that is going to make it 0-1 for the Blues Brothers on a power play. Sudbury, you're trying to find that puck. Blues Brothers ended up picking that up here. We got some 3-on-2 action numbers forming here for the Sudbury Bluedogs. Blues Brothers pass it back up and over, and it's just going to go outside. And what a weird bounce. I thought the goaltender had that puck covered up. But I guess apparently I was misinformed here. That's going to make it 4-0 for the Blues Brothers. Puck drop here. 2 minutes left to go in the second period. Blues Brothers are moving it back into the zone. Moving it up and over. Just outside, Sudbury's going to recollect that. Moving it up over to the left wing. Left winger moving it up and over. We got some 3-on-2 action. And there it is! That's going to kiss your shutout goodbye. Bye-bye shutout. What a beautiful look by the left winger from the Sudbury Bluedogs. Newport Shorts with a beautiful dingle-dangle into the back of the net. The Blues Brothers didn't even know that was coming. What a beautiful look, and that's going to make it 4-1 here with 57 seconds left to go in the second period. Still a whole nother period left to go here for these boys. They're going to have to figure this out here. 3 goals, not super bad. They can make it happen. I've seen these boys do it, and that's going to be a little bit of a miscommunication, sending it all the way down here on the ice. It's going to send it up and over. Blues Brothers are going to grab that puck. 4 seconds left to go here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's going to do it for the second period. After 2, the score is 4-1 Blues Brothers. Don't count your Blue Dogs out here, as there's still 20 minutes left to go, ladies and gentlemen. So sit down, strap in, and buckle up, because that goal from Newport is going to ignite these boys to want to get, let's say 7 more, shall we? 6 more if you're going off of Bloopy's prediction. So, folks, let's take a short break, and we will be right back. Stay tuned from the PAC Sports Network.
Slides it diagonally to Fleener. Well, hop in the car, Uncle Fred. It's 20 minutes of free.
I mean, I'm not sure how he got there in time from the strong side to the weak side post, but he did.
Captain delivers.
Possession time, James, and as a result, they haven't created any offense. Their opponent has
Scores! And 3 is the magic number. There's the hat trick.
and I think there's going to have to be an extra stoppage in play here as they collect all of the pads on the ice at home. The ability to get the
Welcome back for the start of your third period here on the PAC Sports Network for Game 1 against the Blues Brothers and the Sudbury Bluedogs. Sudbury looking to make some fixes here on their side, trying to get that puck into their offensive zone here. Gonna have to grab that puck, stuff it up, not allow any opportunities for him here, and that's gonna help that out. Newport's moving up here on the left wing side. Oh, and almost a beautiful opportunity. Oh, and that's just going to get picked up by the Blues Brothers. Sudbury moving into the defensive zone. Dante with a beautiful pick of that puck. And Winner's going to get around that, moving over, and almost a luck, almost, oh my God, they almost had that, but it just did not go. The Blues Brothers goaltender standing on his head here, and that's going to ice the puck here with 16:06 left to go here in the third period. Blues Brothers are up 4-1. Shots on goal are in favor for the Blues Brothers, 17-14. We're going to recollect, reset, and we're going to drop this puck here. It's going to be on the left side of the Sudbury goaltender here as we get ready to drop. 16:06, like I said, left in the third period here. As the puck drops, Sudbury's stuffed up here, but they're going to get it just up and out of the zone. That's going to force the Blues Brothers to reset, recollect, and try to work their way back into the zone, which is going to give the Sudbury Bluedogs what a massive hit. It's going to force them to reset again here. Going to have to be smart with our movements and our hits here. Sudbury looking to try and get that puck out of the zone here. Blues Brothers just sitting in the corner with the damn puck. You're going to have to start moving that here. That's going to be stuffed up here. Looks like Brotherz did not get that puck recollected. Here comes some one-on-two action. It's going to get poked. And he almost, a massive hit from Dante, and that's going to dump all the way back down to the Sudbury side. Sudbury does recollect, moving it up over to the left winger. Left winger moving it up and over, squeezing between the two players. Oh, and he's just stuffed up there on the right side here, right outside that goaltender. We got some one-on-one numbers forming for Sudbury, and somehow that gets through. I'm calling bullcrap on that goal here. EA, take a look. Because that's bullcrap. Puck's going to be redropped here at center ice. Bluez Brothers are going to win that puck back. It's 5-1 Bluez Brothers against the Sudbury Bluedogs. Little miscommunication on Winner's part here. Moving it up over to the right winger. Right winger's moving it up and over for Sudbury. Trying to get it up and over. Looking to set up something. That's just going to get stuffed up and shut down here. Bluez Brothers got it in the neutral zone. Moving into their offensive zone here. And that's going to get stuffed up one more time. And what a beautiful look. And another stopped shot. It's going to go up on the left winger side here. And he's just going to get hit. They don't like him, and I don't know why. Bluez Brothers moving it into the offensive zone here. Working it up and around behind the goaltender. Up and on the right side here. Trying to work the puck around. It's going to be stuffed up by the Sudbury defense, but they're going to recollect that. And what a cheeky goal by the Bluez Brothers. You know, personally, I got to say, I've never been a huge fan. Never been a huge fan. I think... I'm not saying the Sudbury's the best team out there by any means, but I've seen what they can do. But don't worry, folks. Don't worry. Have no fear. 5:47 left to go here in the third period. Bluez Brothers are up 5-1 on the Sudbury Bluedogs, but we're not letting that Bluez Brothers goaltender walk away with no shutout. Suck on that one, buddy boy. Sudbury Bluedogs after this game are going to go back and get set up for game 2. That's right, folks. You heard me. There is going to be at least one more game. If the Sudbury Bluedogs do win game 2, it will force a third game against the Bluez Brothers. It is a best-of-3 series here. Sudbury's going to know what they need to look for and what they're going to need to change for game 2. And I think that things could be entirely different here. Sudbury's in the defensive zone. Bluez Brothers are trying to work that up the center, but Dante's not letting them have that. They're stuffing up that center zone. He's moving it up and over to the left winger. Left winger moving into the offensive zone. Set up for the right winger. And a goal from the mother-frickin' Muffin Man over here. That's going to make it 5-2 for your Sudbury Bluedogs. What a beautiful look from the left winger. Newport Shorts over to the right winger, the Muffin Man, to make that goaltender eat that ice. Sudbury's going to stuff it up, moving it up and over here. And that's just going to be offsides. And the Bluez Brothers are not going to take kindly to that shot after the whistle. But per usual, they're not going to take those extracurricular activities because they're kind of pansies. Puck drop here, 3:53 left to go. It's going to move it back to the Sudbury defenseman. Sudbury moving it up to the left winger. Left winger looking up and over, moving into the zone. He's just going to get absolutely leveled, but Sudbury center is going to pick it up. Oh, and almost a beautiful look. Sudbury's going to recollect that puck here. 2:35 left to go in the third period. Sudbury moving it up and over, and that's just going to go just high and up and over. Trying to get another look. Some extracurriculars here, not liking that. That's going to leave a little bit of a dent. Sudbury picking that puck back up here, and another massive hit. But another massive hit. Dante said, "Don't touch my left winger. Eat my butt." Bluez Brothers going to pick that puck up. Dante's stuffing it up and over and not letting that go through. That's going to be picked up by the Sudbury Bluedogs, moving it up and over to the center. In there in the offensive zone, and a shot just wide left here. Moving it up and over. They got full pressure. They're going to try and get that puck back. Massive hit here. And the Bluez Brothers are moving into their offensive zone here. Sudbury playing on defense here. Trying to stack up, playing a little more aggressive. Something that the Bluez Brothers haven't seen as much of in the game. And the Sudbury Bluedogs goaltender said, nope, not happening today. Defense picking that puck up, just stopping it here for a second. Bluez Brothers moving it back in on the center. And that's going to be stuffed up by the Sudbury goaltender. And they're going to decide to move that out here, moving it up to the left winger. We got some one-on-one action. Moving it up and over on the side here. And that's just going to be poked off of his stick. Another look. Oh, and that's going to ping up and out here. Dying seconds of the game. Sudbury trying for one more look here. And with the Bluez Brothers recollecting that. But Sudbury's going to pick it up. And a clapper just to finish that game. And that's going to do it for game one, ladies and gentlemen. The Bluez Brothers are going to take that first game from the Sudbury Bluedogs. But Sudbury knows what they're looking for and what they're going to need to fix and get set up for the start of game two. So, folks, we're going to have a little bit more of an extended intermission here. So if you need to do anything, take a break, go use the bathroom, let an animal out, let yourself out. I don't know what you're into. Whatever you need to do, now is the time to do it. And we will be back after this short intermission from the Pack Sports Network.
Slides it diagonally to Fleener. Scores! Well, hop in the car, Uncle Frank. It's 20 minutes on free.
I mean, I'm not sure how he got there in time. From the strong side to the weak side post, but he did.
The captain delivers.
Possession time, James, and as a result, they haven't created any offense. Their opponent has
Scores! And three is the magic number. There's the hat trick.
and I think there's going to have to be an extra stoppage in play here as they correct all of the pads on the ice at home. The ability to get the puck to net, driving the pace of play, and just having really great habits, consistent effort right through the game.
Scores! Make it three in a row, and they're coming out.
Well, they certainly are.
One with the goaltender. Scores! Talk about sword on the finish with that one.
He does the work to get to
Slides it diagonally to Fleener. For point Scores! Well, hop in the car, Uncle Frank. It's 20 minutes on free.
I mean, I'm not sure how he got there in time. From the strong side to the weak side post, but he did.
The captain delivers.
Possession time, James, and as a result, they haven't created any offense. Their opponent has
Scores! And three is the magic number. There's the hat trick.
and I think there's going to have to be an extra stoppage in play here as they correct all of the pads on the ice at home. The ability to get the puck to net, driving the pace of play, and just having really great habits, consistent effort right through the game.
Scores! Make it three in a row, and they're coming out.
Well, they certainly are.
One with the goaltender. Scores! Talk about sword on the finish with that one.
He does the work to get to
Slides it diagonally to Fleener. For point Scores! Well, hop in the car, Uncle Frank. It's 20 minutes on free.
I mean, I'm not sure how he got there in time. From the strong side to the weak side post, but he did.
The captain delivers.
Possession time, James, and as a result, they haven't created any offense. Their opponent has
Scores! And three is the magic number. There's the hat trick.
and I think there's going to have to be an extra stoppage in play here as they correct all of the pads on the ice at home. The ability to get the puck to net, driving the pace of play, and just having really great habits, consistent effort right through the game.
Scores! Make it three in a row, and they're coming out.
Well, they certainly are.
One with the goaltender. Scores! Talk about sword on the finish with that one.
He does the work to get to
Slides it diagonally to Fleener. For point Scores!
efforts, but he did it. Possession time, James, and as a result, they haven't created any offense. Their opponent has scores, and 3 is the magic number. There's the hat trick. And I think there's going to have to be an extra stoppage in play here as they collect all of the hats on the ice at home. The ability to get the puck to net, driving the pace of play.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pack Sports Network. I'm going to be with you here tonight. Papa Forge here. Folks, let's buckle up for an interesting game, too. That's about all I can tell you. I know that Sudbury's going to come out with some intensity, as they did not like the ending from Game 1 here. So you better get ready and buckle up, as this is going to be a bumpy ride here as the puck is dropped for the beginning of the second game here. Already looking like they're coming out with more tenacity and ferocity here. Bluez Brothers going to grab that puck, move it into the neutral zone here, trying to work it up and over. Move it into the offensive zone. Sudbury's going to have to be a little more careful. There we go. Sudbury moving that puck in the neutral zone. We got some one-on-one action. He's trying to work his way up around. They're going to try and poke everything and anything. That's about all this team ever does, is poke, 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 poke. It's one of their favorite pastimes. I swear to God. It's poke, 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 poke. That's going to be picked up by Sudbury here as the Bluez Brothers tried to get it in and deep, and they were just not going to let that happen. Got some 2-and-2 action. There's that poking again, and the poking again, and a shot from Sudbury that's going to be stopped by the Bluez Brothers because for some reason he's not going to elect to pass the puck out. Sudbury's looking to come back from a upsetting loss in Game 1 against the Bluez Brothers here. And a look almost had a wide open shot, but the Bluez Brothers were there ready to go. Sudbury's trying to taunt him up and over onto the wall, and a massive hit here, moving it up and over. Out, full pressure here for the Sudbury Bluedogs. Bluedogs moves it into the defensive zone. Bluez Brothers are going to pick that up, moving it into the neutral zone, moving into the Sudbury defensive zone here, trying to work their way up and around here. And the goaltender from Sudbury says, "Not today, sucker." Moving up over to the left winger for Sudbury, moving it up and over, looking over. Oh, and almost a beautiful look here. Goaltender from the Bluez Brothers looking that up and out. Shot, apparently. With nothing to come up from it here, the Bluez Brothers looking to move it into the zone. That's going to be poked out by the Sudbury Bluedogs. Sudbury recollects it, moving it into the neutral zone, moving it up to the left winger here. Left winger moving it up over for Sudbury. Going to be taunting their players all game now. It's a little bit of what he does when he does not like them. Bluez Brothers looking for a chance. And they're going to go on a 2-minute power play, and that's going to be a tripping on the right winger, the Muffin Man. Folks, that's going to make it a Sudbury penalty kill. 2-minute minor, tripping on the play. Looking up and over, but the Sudbury Bluedogs hold strong here. They're moving it up and over. Trying to get another look, and the Sudbury goaltender is going to be ready for that, and he's going to stop it. Sudbury's not going to take lightly to the fact that they're trying to take some extracurriculars on their goaltender, because everybody knows the rule of hockey. Protect the tendy at all costs. Sudbury's going to recollect that puck, moving it in, just keeping it inside the zone. Sudbury's going to recollect that, though, moving it up and over. That's going to be clap-bombed all the way down and around. Sudbury's going to get a little bit of a breather here just for a couple seconds as the Bluez Brothers are working their way into the offensive zone. Just that today, apparently. Bluez Brothers looking at a massive hit. Just trying to recollect that puck here. Bluez Brothers are going to recollect here on the outside, working it up and over. And a little bit of a miscalculation, going to send that out of the zone. 3 seconds left to go, and that's going to do it for the Sudbury penalty kill, making it 1-1 on the penalty kill. Looks like a little bit of breakaway. Oh, and he just shoots on the long... nope, another look, just going to go high and right. Another boarding. I can get better boards from Home Depot. I bet Temu sells better boards than that. Garbage call, refs. Garbage call. That's going to put Sudbury on another penalty kill. Sudbury's going to get that puck, though. They're going to look to clap it out of the zone, and they do, as the Blue Brothers are going to recollect that at their blue line, moving it into the offensive zone on the left side. Sudbury's going to try and keep them to the outside here. That's going to be their main goal tonight. If they want to keep this game alive, they're going to have to stop everything on the outside and not let them on the inside, and that's going to make it up and out of the zone from the Sudbury center. Blues Brothers looking to recollect, moving it into the offensive zone here. And a nice stop from the Sudbury goaltender, just making it wide right. Sudbury's going to recollect that. Blues Brothers are going to take a hit, but Sudbury said, ha, screw you. They're going to recollect it again. He's going to grab it. Uh-oh. We got a shorthanded look. Oh! Almost. And that's going to do it for the Blues Brothers. Power play. Womp, womp. And that's going to make the Sudbury Bluedogs 2-2 on their penalty kill. Let's make it happen no more tonight. No more looky. Sudbury's goaltender is going to say, not today, Junior. And he's going to stuff up that puck here with 4:29 left to go in the first period of Game 2 of this 3-game series if needed. Almost a beautiful shorthanded goal from Winner with the Sudbury Bluedogs, the center for your team. Puck's going to drop left side of the Sudbury goaltender here. And they're going to get a cheeky goal. Per usual, poke and cheek, poke and cheek. Kind of sounds like a bad name for a porno if you ask me. Poke and cheek, poke and cheek. That's about all they ever do. Poke and cheek, poke and cheek. Don't know how the defenseman doesn't get that hit when he was absolutely clobbering him. But Sudbury's going to recollect. Puck's going to drop here center ice. It's a 1-0 game for the Blues Brothers. Sudbury's going to collect that puck here, win that faceoff, moving it up and over to the Sudbury center, moving it to the right winger, trying to get that quick shot off, not letting that goaltender get set up, get ready. Blues Brothers are going to collect that puck here. We got some 1-on-2 action. Numbers forming for both teams. Oh, good frickin' night. That is how we put them to bed. What? Oh my God, I bet Sheen's got better boards than that. Lord of mercy. I want to know who poke and cheeked the frickin' referees. Sudbury's going to be going on another penalty kill here in the second period for some odd reason. That's going to be on the right winger for the Sudbury Bluedogs. It's going to make it a 2-minute minor for boarding. Penalty on the play. Bluedogs looking to get that puck out of the zone. Big hit. Dante's picking that up, dumping it out the zone, and that's going to be... what were they thinking? Blues Brothers moving it into their offensive zone here, trying to keep him to the outside. Good look from our right defenseman, Warlord. It's going to be dumped in and out. Newport's looking to play that full court press here on him. The Blues Brothers moving into the neutral zone, moving into their offensive zone here. 30 seconds left to go on the penalty kill for your Sudbury Bluedogs. And a interesting tip for a power play goal for the Blues Brothers. Two minutes out the window. Almost had it. It's going to make it a 2-0 game. 20 seconds left to go on the clock here in the first period. Sudbury's trying to pick up that puck. Blues Brothers stuffing them up. And folks, that's going to do it for your first period after 20 minutes of play. It is going to be 2-0 Blues Brothers. Folks, don't go anywhere. We still got 40 minutes of regulation left to go here for your Sudbury Bluedogs on the Pack Sports Network. So grab whatever you need to do, and we will be back after this short intermission from the Pack Sports Network.
Slides it diagonally to Fleener. Well, hop in the car, I'm afraid it's 20 minutes of free.
I mean, I'm not sure how he got there in time. I mean, the strong side to the weak side post, but he did. The captain delivers. 7 possession time, James, and as a result, they haven't created any offense. Their opponent has scores, and 3 is the magic number. There's the hat trick. And I think there's going to have to be an extra stoppage in play here as they collect all of the pads on the ice at home. The ability to get the puck to
Welcome back to the Pack Sports Network, folks. That was just a brief short intermission. Puck dropping here at the start of the second period. Blues Brothers are up 2-0 on the Sudbury Bluedogs, but Sudbury's not going to go down without a fight here tonight. They're going to have to start working the outside of that zone if they want to try to beat the Blues Brothers. Blues Brothers are known to stuff up that center area. Man, 3 things: stuff, cheek, and poke. That's just going to somehow get poked off his stick here. Moving it up and over here, trying to recollect it. Blues Brothers are going to get in their defensive zone. Moving into the neutral zone here, trying to get it into the... What a massive layout here. Good night. You're going to need some dental work in the morning there, buddy boy. We're going to have to do a... What are we talking about here? What is this? For what? For what? Interfere on this, ref. Terrible, terrible call here. That's going to give the Blues Brothers another opportunity for a power play here. Puck is dropped here. Sudbury's going to win that puck back here on the penalty kill. Looking to try and get it up and out of the zone here. That's going to fly up and over, just out. Blues Brothers trying to move it into their offensive zone here. Sudbury's going to try and get that puck, just not going to get it far enough here. Sudbury trying to recollect here behind the net for their goaltender, and a clap bomb way out to center ice. Moving it in here, less than a minute left to go in the power play for the Bluedogs, or for the Blues Brothers. A lot of blue going on here. Going to dump that all the way down the ice here. 30 seconds left to go here. 14:20 left to go in the second period. Shots on goal are tied at 11 apiece. Blues Brothers are up 2-0. If you remember, both goals. One was a power play goal in the dying seconds of the power play. But, folks, that's going to do it for the Sudbury penalty kill. We're back 5-on-5. And a little miscommunication from the Blues Brothers. And that's going to go all the way down the ice. Sudbury trying to recollect that puck here. And somehow they're going to get away with that hit, and that's not interference. Make me understand that, ref. Sudbury's goaltender is trying to pick that up. Moving it up and over. It's just a little communication here. Massive, massive hit. You'll have to watch that right side. They're going up and over. He's working the outside of that. Up to the left side, Clapper just wide right of the Sudbury goaltender. They're going to recollect that on the right side here. Massive layout here. Good night. You're going to need some dental work as well. And the puck's going to be frozen by the Sudbury goaltender. 9:15 left to go in the second period. Folks, let your Sudbury Bluedogs know that you are here and you're excited because we're not done yet. Going to take a breath here, recollect. Face-off's going to be to the right side of the Sudbury goaltender. Interesting bounces. I don't have much to say, folks. I'm not mad at the Bluedogs. I'm not. I'm going to have to take a look at the roster sheet. Some of the rules here for the Summer League, as it is a mini league, little tournament, is you can play anybody from any roster. So you can bring on some of the highest level players for your team. But in my opinion, it's going to bite you in the butt come NHL 27, as you cannot play those players because they will not be on your roster. You're going to look like a bunch of dum-dums here. Got to take a look here, folks. Sudbury moving into the offensive zone over to the right side here. Just outside the goaltender. Sudbury's going to recollect that. And he's there. I don't know how, but he's there. Blues Brothers going to pick up that puck here. And it looks like some of these players, if I'm looking correctly, are not. I'll take a look, see who their goaltender is here. Sudbury's going to get that puck into the offensive zone. And again, they're poking it. Not a bad thing to do, but God almighty. We got a little bit of action. Sudbury moving into the offensive zone here. Sudbury still's got the puck here. Blues Brothers are going to pick up that puck here. Sudbury looking to recollect that as they do, moving into the neutral zone to the right winger for the Sudbury Bluedogs. Up and around the zone here. Left winger picks it up. Blues Brothers picking up that puck here. Just outside. It's going to be stopped by the Sudbury defenseman. Moving it up to the left winger, up to the center, and it's just going to get poked off of him again. Dying seconds of the period. Blues Brothers are going to grab that puck. Massive hit. 3 seconds left to go. And that's going to do it for 40 minutes of play here in Game 2 for your Sudbury Bluedogs. The score is 5-0. Blues Brothers. Folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a brief intermission, and we'll be right back after this brief break.
Slides it diagonally to Fleener. For Portland. Scores! Well, hop in the car, Uncle Frank. It's 12 minutes of free.
I mean, I'm not sure how he got there in time. From the strong side to the weak side post, but he did.
The captain delivers.
Possession time, James, and as a result, they haven't created any offense. Their opponent has
Scores! And 3 is the magic number. There's the hat trick.
and I think there's going to have to be an extra stoppage in play here as they collect all of the pads on the ice at home. The ability to get the puck to net, driving the pace of play, and just having real.
Puck dropped here at the start of the third period. Sorry about that, folks. Technology difficulty here. Sudbury trying to get a look here. Blues Brothers goaltender is going to stuff that up, and they're going to stop that from going through here. So, folks, like I was saying, the way that these summer tournament works is you can play anyone and everyone, doesn't matter who it is. Sudbury just outside here. Blues Brothers recollecting in the neutral zone. Moving it up and over on the left side. Sudbury. Moving it up over to the left winger here for Sudbury. Sudbury moving into the offensive zone. Moving it up and over. Trying to get a look, but their goaltender was there for it. Moving it in here. Gonna move it up to the left winger here for the Sudbury Bluedogs. Sudbury's looking to make a move here. And he's just gonna get leveled. Another look, another shot. It's gonna be stuffed up. Sudbury moving into the defensive zone as the Blues Brothers work it into the zone here. Just not gonna happen, said the Sudbury goaltender here. Sudbury moving it back into the offensive zone. Another look. Oh, and he almost had a look there as it just did not go through. Sudbury trying to grab that puck here. Sudbury stuffing up that zone here, trying to get a look on it. Blues Brothers getting it back into the zone here. Sudbury's looking a little frustrated here as they're starting to just lay some massive hits here. Almost a little over 12 minutes left to go in this game. Sudbury going to grab that puck here, moving into the offensive zone. Almost a beautiful look from the Sudbury Bluedogs. They're going to recollect that, keep it in the zone. And that goaltender is going to somehow see that puck through all the traffic, and he's going to stuff that up and stop it here for the puck to be frozen. Blues Brothers moving it into the offensive zone here. Sudbury goaltender was ready to go for that one. Pushes it back out here. Blues Brothers going to pick that puck back up. Sudbury with a long stretch pass moving into the offensive zone. Trying to get a look, but the post said no, not today. Blues Brothers going to recollect that. Massive hit on a Blues Brothers player as they move it in here to the offensive zone for the Blues Brothers. Blues Brothers going to grab that puck here. Trying to move it in here onto the offensive zone. Sudbury's moving it up and around. Another hit, recollect, and a shot, but the Blues Brothers were just there to stuff it up. 6:35 left to go here in the third and final frame of the game, folks. Massive hit as Sudbury moves it into the neutral zone. Moving it over to the left side. We got some 2-on-1 action. There it is! Kiss your shutout goodbye, Jackwagon! That's a goal for the Muffin Man from your Sudbury Bluedogs! Blues Brothers moving into the offensive zone. Another massive hit. That's going to keep it just in the zone with another massive hit. Sudbury trying to recollect that puck. He's going to get a look on it. Sudbury goaltender says, not today, Junior. Moving into the offensive zone. We got some 2-on-2 action. Another look, and the goaltender somehow sees that through all the action. Blues Brothers moving into the neutral zone. We got some 1-on-1 action. We got a breakaway, and somehow he slips that in the hole. Somehow. Folks, interesting. A little bit of a defensive breakdown here from your Sudbury Bluedogs. 3:13 left to go in the third period. Puck drop here, center ice. Blues Brothers are going to win that puck back. Got some 1-on-2 actions. Numbers forming looking back. Wrong player, unfortunately. We got some 1-on-1 action here. And the defenseman for Sudbury says, not today, buddy boy. He's going to move it up and over to the right winger. Poked off of his stick here. Moving it back over to the defensive zone. Sudbury says, again, not today, Junior. Moves it up and over. Going to go off of his stick somehow. Move it over to the Blues Brothers. They're going to recollect here into the neutral zone. Moving into their offensive zone. Sudbury playing some defense here. Sudbury looking to recollect that puck here behind the net. Looks like an interference call on Newport Shorts. That's going to be a 2-minute minor tripping on the play. Or interference. Excuse me. Interference on the play. Sudbury looking to grab that puck here. He's going to poke it off. Recollect that puck for Sudbury. Sudbury's going to shoot it up and around the zone here. 30 seconds left to go in the third and final period of the game here. That's going to pretty much do it here. Sudbury has some more chance, just a couple chances here. It's going to be poked off again. I feel like it's redundant. I feel like a broken record. 15 seconds left to go. 10 seconds left to go. A minute and a half left on the power play, but it's not going to matter. 5 seconds left to go here in the dying seconds. And folks, that's going to do it. Folks, appreciate you being here. That's going to do it tonight from the arena tonight as the final horn sounds. The battle between the Bluedogs and the Bluez brothers are officially written and in the book. I want to thank everybody in the chat for riding shotgun with me in the booth tonight, breaking down strategy, supporting the squad. You enjoyed the broadcast, make sure you hit that follow button right now so you don't miss the next puck drop. For the entire Bluedogs organization, I'm Papa Forge saying goodnight, stay safe out there, and never forget, we own the ice, we dictate the game. We'll see ya on the next face-off.